Zen Koans, they are the most powerful tool for awakening. And I am beyond excited to share with you not only what koans are, but how to work with them, because they work and they can work for you. If what you want is a direct experience of Kensho or even Satori, we have this well-trodden path laid out for us and accessible. So what on earth does little old me know about this stuff? Well, almost accidentally, and when I look at it kind of miraculously, working with koans is maybe my greatest passion. I've trained for many years with a brilliant Rinzai Zen master, and in this time I've been given, worked with and broken through dozens of koans, and if I can, you can too. I'm not particularly clever. In fact, if you gave me a Sudoku, I wouldn't be able to do it if you paid me. But give me a koan, and that is different. Getting a koan, becoming the koan, breaking through into non-dual knowing, this remembering of the truth that we're here to remember. It is the most wonderful, astonishing, and it's available, which is remarkable. Not long ago, to access these teachings, we would have had to give away our worldly goods. We would have had to make a commitment to a monastic life. So with that said, there is a reverence that goes with these practices, along with the caveat that having a good guide to be able to check in with can be incredibly helpful as we go through koan work. So you may have heard famous Zen koans like, what is the sound of one hand clapping? Or who am I? Why am I here? What is a dragon's roar in a withered tree? Sometimes koans appear in a question format. Other times it will be a statement or a story. But they're all cases from the past that have a track record of opening the door to enlightenment. So our ancestors, they will have used these koans as keys that reliably opened that door. A myth that I've heard of so many times is that koans are unsolvable riddles, but they're not. A koan can be found by you, maybe today, just not through logic or reason, not through the dualistic problem solution right wrong model we would ordinarily use to formulate a response to a traditional type of question from that point of view of being a separate sense of self. This is why koans are the portal to non-dual awakening. And being non-dual, non-separate, it's pretty hard to pin down a description by labels. But perhaps we could picture there's a koan and there's us. And as we work with the koan, we get closer and closer. And then there's this, at a certain point, in a way, we become one with the koan. And then actually this oneness even then falls away. And both us and the koan disappear. Ta-da! The truth is revealed, or maybe the word that is closer is remembered. The truth is remembered. And once you've remembered, well, you absolutely know, you've remembered. It is awesome beyond awesomeness. Have you remembered? Do let us know in the comments. And this is important because I want us together to normalise what is possible for us ordinary folks. And also, I'm a new channel, so your support in subscribing, it really does help me in reaching more people, and well, I love you deeply for it. So how do we work with a koan? I am sharing what has personally worked for me over and over again, and what I've seen work for so many of my students, for want of a better word. And it couldn't be more simple. We ask and we listen. Just that. Just asking and listening, but we're not just asking with the mind, we're asking with the whole of our being. And we're not just listening with our ears or our mind, we are listening, receptive with the whole of our being. And then there's this beautiful balance between the asking and the listening. There's an openness and an absolute intention, wanting to know the truth with the whole of our being. And when we ask with this sincerity, something shifts because actually the universe, it wants to be asked and it wants to open up and answer us. It wants to sing that answer through us. This wants to be known. And once we set this in motion, there's kind of an inevitability. At some point, we're going to remember. We can't really be in charge of which point everything will open up to us. But with this sincere asking and listening, that's the bit we can be in charge of. So if you're open to a suggestion, I ask you to gift yourself the koan, Who Am I? This is the key to self-inquiry, one that we know has worked for countless ones who have walked before us. And I also list 10 other primary koans, which I'll make a link to below. And together on our breakthrough intensive retreats, we work with the koans and a format which really speeds up this process of awakening. And don't take my word for it. Follow the link in the comments and have a look for yourself. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for your practice. Big love wherever you are. And let me know when you answer that koan.